Alright, I've got about an hour and a half before breakfast is being served, so I'm going to do some exploring up there on the hill. We'll walk through the pool area. I think there's actually an exit. Well, there used to be, but that's where I can also come and go during the day. It's a nice little place out here. They have hammocks. Oh, no, kitties. Alright, so pretty quiet morning here at Posada Papaya. Breakfast doesn't start till 7:30. My first place had started at 6:30, then at 6. Bom dia! And now 7, and then 7:30, so I've got a bit. I just don't feel like sitting around. And they had a little machine to make coffee, and so at least I got my caffeine fix before I headed out. Anyway, so we're gonna go explore Sunset Hill, or Sunrise Hill in this case, and see how far that lagoon is away that I saw yesterday up on the hill, and then make it back for breakfast, and then probably at that point go see that lagoon. This is more just a scouting recon mission, but I will go check out that lagoon. This is just kind of see the best way to get there. I don't think there's a better way that way. We'll see. I don't know if that's a taxi stand or what. Alright, so like any other beach town, any other part of Brazil, you're going to see los funcionarios, the workers setting up their beach tables and chairs, although there's not a ton of room for them here. They've got their work cut out for them. A couple jangadas out here. We'll see what the surface is like. That dune where you can see those palm trees, that's where I saw that lagoon from yesterday when I was way up on the hill. And that's what we're going to explore after breakfast today. We're just going to walk along Sunset Hill where all those people were last night, except me, and see what the surface is like, what the beach is like. You can see where high tide is here. Not a lot of hidden rocks, so that's good. Alright, so I was wrong, not the first time. It's actually high tide right now, which I don't know why all this is marshy and swampy. Maybe we just had like a super high tide or something. The high tide is 6:46, so we're not soon after this is as high as it's going to get. So this area might be decent for swimming, though the surf isn't too bad. 6:46. Well, we're not quite there yet, but we're on our way. But anyway, it's not going to get much higher, I would think, but it's so low here. Yeah, who knows? I don't know how deep this is, but I gotta cross. This sand is really nice and soft and walkable. It's not abrasive or scratchy or shelly. It's nice view. I was that hill. Lighthouse is that hill. Let's see what we want to do tonight. And that lake is should be quite accessible. Kind of see what's on top of this, at least the high point anyway, just to see. This is me walking on the edge of a dune, which doesn't seem as threatening. Maybe because the sand is soft and there's water down there. I mean, I don't want to go much further to the edge, but it's not as sketchy as yesterday. No shadows really pop early in the morning. I don't think that lake's going to take long to get to all day. I think it's going to be a major buggy destination though. It's very accessible. Even foot traffic, it's very accessible. Unless you're, the average American who wants to be carted up right to the doorstep or whatever, but this dune really isn't that big either. Yeah, I think mornings, evenings. Well, evenings too many people. So just over and across on top of the dune, came back. A lot of seaweed here. This is it's kind of gunky. All right, we're just about at high tide during the day, which is a nice feeling because I know I can't get trapped out here. But the plan for today is to hang out at the lake there, which is right by that stand of trees. And then tomorrow, the idea being to see maybe if I can make it over there. I mean, right now I've only been walking for maybe a half an hour. And city's, town, village, quite a ways away. So that's the plan. We got a fisherman up here on a quad, and I don't think he's supposed to be here on a quad, but Alright, looks like we're just about to the end. These guys, these guys are on the hill last night. I don't know. Just about to the end right now. And I don't think that that's actually going to be crossable at all, even at low tide. There's a lot of ocean between us and them, so we'll see. That's literally a swim there, so dry walking across there. Maybe at low tide, maybe over there, possible. This is a confluence of maybe some of these channels pulling out. We're I think right at high tide. Probably gotta take a buggy over there. Interesting spot nonetheless. A little Otherwise, I saw a horse up there on top of that dune. Someone shooting a movie. There's some fishermen out there in that little lake. A few people around. Be ready for breakfast and then come back and go around the other way and hit that little area there. I would imagine there'll be some vendors. I think there were some vendors there when we drove by yesterday. So we'll see. There's always got to be someone ruining the shot. Damn it. So I think the sand actually is coming seaward. So I may get sandblasted here, but I want to see what it was like underneath the dune, which we came over on the way back. So with the tide rolling out, we've got a little bit more room to play with. This looks really clean. It's like a nice little swimming spot here, especially if the tide goes out, so that's cool. You can see kind of the clay colored spit there. That's where I walked around yesterday after I visited Page de Pura. That ain't gonna happen now because the tide's too high. Boats are there where I was walking yesterday. That ain't happening anytime soon. I think high tide's at almost noon, like 11:45 or so, or low tide, 11:45. But that's not my direction today necessarily. Maybe later tonight. But you know, this dune really isn't as big as what you think it is. I don't know. Maybe it's 100, just over 100 feet, maybe. It's impressive, but no wonder, I guess, why I wasn't terrified being up there. You know, that sign blew down. There's another sign that was just buried up there by the dunes. Really nice blue water. That looks quite shallow out there. We gotta head back that way somewhere. Find the trail. Yeah, those are actual real life fishermen. They're not props. I mean, maybe a couple of them are, but no, those really are fishermen out there doing their thing. Not the worst job in the world, probably. So not a ton of difference from this morning. Still could see buggies with umbrellas and chairs and things, a couple of boats. Some kind of rowing competition or not. I think there'd be some vendors. So I see soccer, volleyball. I wonder why or who maintains that. That's kind of valuable real estate. Could be selling, it's like wild petunias right there. Could be selling gardenias and stuff. This is the edge of the park, and this is where you're not supposed to, well, drive on the trails, but you're not supposed to drive out there, and people do, especially ATVs, quads, and motorcycles. I haven't seen any obvious buggy traffic there, but maybe sometimes. Posada is right up ahead. I picked for location 2, actually more the dune and this side of the beach versus north, but the town is so small you really can't pick a bad spot. That's a big horse. I'm getting on that thing. This is one of the main park entrances here. They got a nice little garden set up and like a little map and welcome to the park. The guy on the horse is shooting fish in the back. He already asked me if I wanted to ride on one. I'm like, still conmigo. I'm a little bit afraid of that. This is a nice entrance to the gateway to Jericoacoara. And then La Posada is just right up here, so not too far away.
Por ahí, esperando para ir, pero